What's up, everyone? This is your host, Ghost, coming to you live with another wonderful video. How is everyone doing today? Oh, man, I'm exhausted. I don't know if you can hear a baby in distress. Newborn is upset today for some reason. All right. Anyways, so what we're going to do today is finish up my reaction to Andrew Wilson versus Based Oracle. I did like 2.5 hours yesterday, and I was like, all right, I'm over doing this, doing the rest of this at the moment. We'll call it a day for now. Oh, no. Yeah, so that's what happened. But we do have something else we need to discuss here real quick. Okay, this is just this is just breaking today. Okay, so this just happened. Actually, sorry. Before we do anything, I forgot to do this yesterday. Oh, housekeeping. Follow me on X at officialwghost. That is the best way to find out when I go live and what I am up to. And of course, you can follow me on Rumble, rumble.com/withghost. As the main channel, that's the best place to find me and see what I'm up to. And then, of course, there is a youtube.com/@withghost and then twitch.tv/officialwithghost. Wherever you are, I'd appreciate if you go to Rumble, give me a follow and a like there. That'd be great. And then, of course, my gaming channel is on Rumble is Gaming with Ghost, and then on YouTube is @official Gaming with Ghost. So those are my various channels. Wherever you're watching it, I hope you give it a like, the video a like, and give me a follow. And then wherever you're watching, just go to Rumble and give me a follow there. That'd be great. So a little breaking news. Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate. Conditions set by the preliminary judge. So, for those who don't know, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate are been accused of human trafficking. They've been stuck for 3 years in Romania, unable to leave. But now are officially able to travel. Now, are not allowed to travel to the United States or the UK. They're only allowed to travel within the European Union, the countries that are in the EU. So that's probably just because they can't. I don't know. I guess they can't go anywhere else for whatever fucking reason. But anyways, so the Tates can finally travel. They're free and clear to do everything. Another thing that happened with the Tates that was recent. God damn it. Is a case in Florida where they were suing one of the quote unquote victims. Was dismissed. I don't know why though. I don't remember seeing why. But yeah, so these quote unquote human traffickers are now allowed to go around the EU and travel and and all that. So it's great. It's good for the Tate brothers. But apparently human traffickers are now allowed to roam free in Europa. So good. Congrats on the Tates. And then I'm sure now we will get to dismissal of the charges. We'll have to wait and see for that to actually finally happen. Maybe that'll take another 3 years. All right, so this is where we left off. You guys don't remember? Obviously, Andrew Wilson's on the right, Base is on the left. Base makes no fucking points about his attempting to label Andrew as dishonest, and Andrew is getting a little emotional here, making some mistakes, and we'll go over that. So, again, our tradition, of course, is 1.5 speed, captions on, and let's continue playing.
Haven't proving my point.
You haven't shown a single.
And you admitted that you do, in fact, promote Christianity on one side, right?
Which has what to do with what?
Well, you made the claim all this time that you didn't promote Christianity, and now you just admitted.
All right, so if you don't remember, this whole promotion of Christianity is Andrew admitting that, I guess, in some tangential way, some unintentional way, there are points where he quote unquote promotes Orthodox Christianity. This is by ways of being just because this whole thing is this whole argument is that Andrew's channel promotes Christianity, and Andrew denies it, says no, it doesn't promote Christianity, it has nothing to do with Christianity. And if you look at his debates channel, all you know, and you're a reasonable individual, you look at it and be like, you know what? This channel's only about debating. It's not much really on Christianity. And, you know, I'm sure that has everything. And I guess Base's problem with Andrew is that he, quote unquote, promotes for Christianity, and then goes on and denies it and says that he's an entertainer. But then you look at his channel, which I did yesterday, and you'll see there's nothing really about Christianity on Andrew's channel. It's just a debate channel. It's very clear. Now, Andrew has said, like, I guess in some tangential way, if someone super chats me asking about my faith and I answer it, that I guess is a promotion. Okay. So Basis is like, oh, I won. You admit to promoting Christianity. And he's like, and Andrew's like, not really. I'm saying, like, in a really slim sort of context, I do. And, you know, otherwise, and that's only specifically when someone super chats me. And then also it's, you know, just the fact that that's who I am. I am an Orthodox Christian. And so just by my very amazing arguments that I make and destroying hoes, I end up promoting my side of Christianity because that's just who I am. And Base, I guess, thinks this is a win, but it's not. He just made a retarded point.
That you do.
You mean in a tangential sense?
I mean, in any sense, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's part of my
Oh, you guess. After all this time,
you're losing badly, and we're doing all of those. All those things are true.
Badly, and as you've lied several times.
You haven't proving
my point.
You haven't shown a single.
And you admitted that you do, in fact, promote Christianity on one side, right?
Which has what to do with what?
Well, you made the claim all this time that you didn't promote Christianity, and now you just admitted that you do.
You mean in a tangential sense?
I mean, in any sense, Andrew.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, but it's part of my.
Oh, you guess. After all this time of standing 10 toes down on the fact that you don't promote Christianity on your channel, now you say, well, I guess I do.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Base. Are you saying that women, when they have a channel, are promoting femininity no matter what because they happen to be females? They have to be, right? There's not really a choice. In some sense, they have to. It's tangential because it's part of their ontology. Same thing happens if you're a Christian. It's going to be like tangentially true that because it's part of my being, it's part of the basis for who I am, there's going to be some like tangential promotion of it.
Well, hold on.
But hang on,
it's the basis of who you are. It's the basis of your arguments, your debates, your speaking points.
Because that's the basis of who I am.
Sure, you can make that argument, or one can make the argument that it's the best arguments that you're utilizing.
Bro, listen, both are true. It's both part of me and it's the best arguments. Okay, but the thing is that from the basis of me, I am a Christian. So tangentially, I guess it's true that there's some promotion of Christianity, but that doesn't mean that that's what my channel's about. And that's what your claim actually is. And that's what you have failed to prove over and over and over. Can you prove it or not?
Well, you just proved it, although you're saying tangentially.
That's not proof. That's not proof that his channel is a promotion of Christianity. The proof, all Andrew is meant to, is that tangentially, a small side effect of him doing his channel, just based the fact that he's an Orthodox Christian, okay, is that he promotes Orthodox Christianity as a small side effect of just the simple fact of him being a Christian. Like, For example, it like Ben, like not Ben Shapiro. Let's say like Myron Gaines was like a Muslim, okay, like an actual good Muslim and shit, okay, and he still made all his arguments based on his faith in Muslim. He didn't use the religion Islam to make his arguments, but he a lot of his arguments stemmed from Islam and stuff like that. But his channel had nothing to do about being a Muslim. He answered maybe some questions about them, someone specifically asking him if he's a Muslim shit. But Myron just debates, everyone and all that stuff. Like would that, and then would the mere fact that Myron is a Muslim and answers some Muslim questions means he's promoting Islam? No. Okay. Like the basis of Andrew's channel has nothing to do with Christianity, and it's very clear if you watch it, because there's nothing Christian about Andrew's channel. It's a debate channel, and Based here thinks that this is a win. He's like, "Oh, I got him to admit tangentially." It's dumb. All Andrews is admitting is that yes, a small side effect of just being a simple Christian man, okay, and that being the basis of my faith and my arguments, I guess promotes Christianity, but it doesn't really promote Christianity. It's just the fact that that's who he is. So like if Andrew, he doesn't talk about Christianity at all. Like it doesn't make any sense. This argument makes any sense, and it's not a win that Base thinks. It's a very not even close to a win, because all Andrew's admitting to is I guess I promote Christianity because I'm a Christian. That's all that really Base has got out of.
Right? Yeah. So I mean, what? So that means grift.
Well, it's a grift when you give your audience the idea, when you put it in their head that they're fighting back degeneracy by supporting you, that they are investing in your line of Christianity to some degree, evidenced by people who are saying, "Oh, Andrew, you spurred me to now convert," or you making the claim that I have OF girls.
Okay, well, let's assume for a second that everybody in the chat is supporting me because I'm an Orthodox. Let's just assume it. So fucking what?
Okay, so let's get into that. So
yeah, how would that be a grift?
Well, here's the grift.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, look, I'm not an expert on Christianity. I don't represent a religion. But from what I understand, as of watching you, going into, well, Jesus has said this or would do that, that I'm pretty sure what he wouldn't be doing is making fun and light of, for instance, abortions.
Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. This guy's so fucking dumb. Oh, man. It hurt my head so much last night how dumb this guy is. So, I don't get it at all. Whatever.
Or, OF girls at age 18 bashing them, this sort of thing.
Okay.
Well, that would be a misrepresentation, wouldn't it?
Of what?
Of Christianity.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to. It's all context specific. So you'd have to give me an example.
Okay, so celebrating abortion, is that something that would be marketed by Christianity?
Yeah, that'd be fucking monstrous. Yeah.
Well, do you not view that you did that?
No, I don't view that I've ever celebrated abortion. That's insane.
Okay, well, let me give you an example here.
Okay.
How about on Mother's Day when Daisy was on whatever podcast, and your supporters, as well as whatevers, are sending in super chats about happy dead baby day and things along those lines, which are true, apparently, based on what Daisy said she did. Why are you looking confused?
I'm trying to figure out how I can link this to me being pro-abortion.
Did I say that you're pro-abortion?
Yeah, you said that I promote it.
I said that you have celebrated, and I'm getting at the point of how you did so.
Okay.
All right. So
being pro-abortion?
She did. It's about happy dead whatever podcast.
Insane.
Okay. Well, let me give you an example. Well, do you not view that you did that today when Daisy?
No, I don't view that I've ever celebrated. Yeah, that would be context specific. So you'd have of what?
This sort of thing. Fun and light of, for instance, Jesus has said this or would do that. That I'm pretty sure what he wouldn't be doing is making fun and light of, for instance, abortions. Said this or would do that religion. But from what is the grift?
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I mean, look, I'm not an expert on Christianity. I don't represent a religion. But from what I understand, as of watching you, going into, well, Jesus has said this or would do that, that I'm pretty sure what he wouldn't be doing is making fun.
So what is this guy?
And going into, well, Jesus has said Christianity. I don't represent a religion. But from what I understand, as of watching you, going into, well, Jesus has said this or would do that.
Yeah, those when he said talking is about Jesus, it has nothing to do with him talking about Christianity. It has everything to do with him talking about with other Christians when they try to attempt a tone police by saying, "Hey, you're being mean and Jesus wouldn't like that. And so Andrew goes and gives an example of what Jesus actually did, not some arbitrary you're mean and Jesus wasn't mean type crap. That's all that is. So I don't understand this whole shit right here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure what he wouldn't be doing is making fun and light of, for instance, abortions, or OF girls at age 18, bashing them, this sort of thing.
Okay.
Well, that would be a misrepresentation, wouldn't it?
Of what?
Of Christianity.
Well, I don't know. You'd have to. It's all context specific. So you'd have to give me an example.
Okay, so celebrating abortion, is that something that would be marketed by Christianity?
Yeah, that'd be fucking monstrous. Yeah.
Well, do you not view that you did that?
No, I don't view that I've ever celebrated abortion. That's insane.
Okay, well, let me give you an example here.
Okay.
How about on Mother's Day when Daisy was on whatever podcast, and your supporters, as well as whatever's, are sending in super chats about happy dead baby day and things along those lines, which are true, apparently, based on what Daisy said that she did. Why are you looking confused?
I'm trying to figure out how I can link this to me being pro-abortion.
Now, Base is correct. He never said that Andrew's pro-abortion, just that he celebrated abortion.
Did I say that you're pro-abortion?
Yeah, you said that I promote it.
I said that you have celebrated.
Yeah, again, he didn't say that he promoted it, but I can understand the confusion because, like, this guy says a bunch of crap, and it's kind of hard to follow his line of logic.
And I'm getting at the point of how you did so.
Okay.
All right. So, i.e., on Mother's Day, when an influx of super chats are coming in, making fun of, light of, comedy of the abortion that apparently Fresh's ex-prostitute had, that you were there, laughing, enjoying, it seemed to be, but are you saying that wasn't the case?
Oh, no, I took great joy in eviscerating this horrific fucking woman who lied about being pregnant with another man's kid, obviously lied about it, okay, and then made the bold claim that she was traumatized from an abortion she never even had. I took great fucking joy eviscerating her story. I took great joy airing that out publicly. I took great joy drubbing that stupid bitch all over the internet, and she deserved every bit of it. How in the world are you going to tie that together with some type of celebration of abortion, you fucking lunatic? How?
So you just made the claim that she never had the abortion. You know that?
Yeah, it's basically since come out because James Sexton moved in as a representation for Walter. And going back and forth with the attorney, what James Sexton said, well, I'm not even at liberty to say. But yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right. So now this defeats Base's argument because what Base is saying is, oh, well, you celebrated Daisy having an abortion because you made fun of her and laughed at the various jokes that was made. I don't really think that would be a celebration, even if she actually had an abortion. Laughing at jokes, that's not a celebration. I would view a celebration of abortion like, yay, you got an abortion, woo. But making fun of Daisy for having an abortion, shaming her for having an abortion, I wouldn't call that a celebration. Just call that shaming. I would call also what happened during that podcast is it's just him laughing at some ridiculousness, which was Daisy trying to gain sympathy. And now what we're saying, and I've said this too. I was like, I don't even think she was actually pregnant. I think she was just lying. Or that if she was pregnant, it wasn't Fresh's baby. That's what I thought. And all that. So like, but yeah, so now Andrew's like, yeah, no, I have alternate facts saying that have been shown that I have some external knowledge that I'm pretty sure she wasn't pregnant in the first place. Doesn't surprise me either.
No, I'm not 100%, but even if I wasn't, even if we just assume that she was pregnant and she did abort the baby, I still took great joy ripping that fucking bitch to pieces because she ripped that baby to pieces. And I made her best friend admit that she was a fucking murderer, that she was murdering children in the fucking womb, murdering them in the womb.
I do agree with that, Andrew. However, I don't know that laughing like a hyena and the hate that was spewing in.
Oh, the hate. I should have been nice to the baby killer.
No.
Oh, I should have been nice to the fucking baby killer.
Here, Andrew, that either need to be nice to her or
I need to be nice. Oh, I need to be nice to the baby kill blackmail lady. Oh, sorry, was I not nice enough to the baby killing blackmail lady?
Well, again, that's not.
How nice should I have been to the baby kill blackmail lady?
The celebration of it.
Again, laughing at jokes made at her expense and participating in shaming her. I wouldn't call that a celebration. Making jokes doesn't mean a celebration. Okay. So I don't. This is another bad argument from Base. It should be bad argument oracle, I guess, because all he makes is terrible arguments. But I don't see someone laughing at, making fun of, making jokes at someone's expense, promoting abortion. I don't, or not promoting. Sorry, I pulled an Andrew Wilson here, but celebrating abortion. I just see that as someone who is shaming someone by making jokes at their expense. So I don't see this as a I mean, this is not a good point Base is making at all, but he hasn't made any good points.
The celebration of ripping that chick apart, yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so Andrew's like, yeah, I enjoyed like dismantling this chick, making fun of her, making her feel shame for killing the this baby, this hypothetical baby at this point. But I wasn't celebrating the fact that she had an abortion. I was making fun of her, and there's no celebration.
Well, it wasn't just ripping her apart. It was the celebration of the abortion.
It wasn't.
How did I celebrate the abortion, you fucking lunatic?
By laughing, by finding it to be hilarious,
by
incentivizing your people to send in super chats, illuminating
they sent in
as
the
if
super
it was
chat,
something good.
They sent the super chats into the platform, shaming the woman who was killing children. How in the world would that be a celebration?
Well, here's the thing, Andrew. I know that you're trying to create a false dichotomy here.
Crazy are you?
That all and any shame is good. You're making the claim now that no matter how vicious the shame was,
I didn't say anything like that. You just made that up.
Well, in a sense, you are. You're saying,
no, I'm just saying
I had to be nice to her or shame her.
Yeah, no, in this particular
that's
case,
a false dichotomy.
There's no false dichotomy. I'm telling you exactly what happened. The false dichotomy is saying that it's a celebration of abortion for laughing and ridiculing someone who had an abortion. That's the false dichotomy.
Well, no. Hold on. Laughing and celebrating the abortion, not just the person, but the abortion itself.
When did I celebrate the abortion?
During the podcast that I
show me where. Show me a single clip.
Show you laughing like a hyena the entire time
at the fucking lunatic.
At the jokes that were coming in as per abortion.
Yeah,
yes, you can laugh at jokes and not be celebrating. Like you can, jokes can be funny. Jokes are allowed to be funny. Doesn't mean you're celebrating. If someone was making jokes about, like, say, a terrorist attack or a mass shooting or something like comics do, and all that, and the jokes are funny, you're laughing at, doesn't mean you're celebrating the mass shooting, or are you just laughing at the fucking jokes? Like this is insane. This is insane. This whole well, you're celebrating an abortion. How? Because you laughed at a few jokes. Well, I'm laughing at the jokes because they're funny. Okay, it doesn't mean I'm celebrating. Okay, if like when Jim Jeffries makes that does a joke about grape, and he's saying, it's like, oh, if I drank something and felt something, I'd be like, oh, who likes me? Okay, does that mean he's celebrating grape, or he's just making a joke about grape? Okay, and the people are laughing at the said joke. Are they celebrating grape, or are they just laughing at a joke about it? Like this is a terrible argument. It's so insane. And the worst part about this deluded dumbass is he thought he won, and he made a stream later on saying how I defeated Andrew Wilson without breaking a sweat. That's how dumb this guy is. He thinks he's defeated Andrew Wilson. He is not at all.
Asking if that's something that would be Christ-like.
Yeah. I think that you moving to socially shame women who have abortions and then blackmail the men that they're having the abortion for, and only got pregnant for the purpose of blackmailing them with the abortion. Yeah, I think that's fine. I don't think, when I meet my maker, one day when I meet my maker-based oracle and I go to him and I'm like, you know what I did? There was this chick who murdered her child, okay, and then tried to blackmail a man out of that murder. And I socially shamed her and I ridiculed her and I mocked her. Right? Do you think he's going to be like, oh, straight to hell for you? That's what you think, Base?
Well, I disagree with the premise that you outlined, and I've already told you that, which is that there was a celebration, laughter, ridiculing of the abortion itself.
No.
Which I get it that due to your anger towards her, and I don't even disagree with it. I don't disagree that she should be shamed. But next point on that same topic
wait. So you just disagree then? You just disagree then? Not that she was shamed, but just that it was also fun to shame her? That's the point you disagree on? It's not that you shamed her. It's that you were having fun while you did it?
No, that's not it.
Then what is it?
It's that word that you like to use. What is it? Seething. Right? I saw a lot of seething going on, a lot of hatred that goes far past shame in and of itself. I.e., I'm giving you an example here.
Okay.
Your new buddies or whatever, Fresh and Fit, going on a balloon popping stream.
Okay, so what the fuck is this? So now he's like, oh, well, there's a lot of seething going on between Andrew, that is somehow labeled Andrew Wilson because of Fresh and Fit. Again, this doesn't make any sense. All right, we'll get into what he says about it, the whole thing. But Fresh and Fit aren't Christians, and they're not Orthodox Christians like Andrew Wilson. You can be friends with someone, or even good acquaintance with someone. I don't know if they call them friends, but good acquaintance with someone. Disagree with their point of view of everything in life and all of it, and it has nothing to do with you what they do. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Okay. And just because they seethe in hatred, well, again, this broad Daisy tried to ruin Fresh's life, tried to shame him, okay, and tried to damage his reputation. And if they found out that she had a quote unquote abortion, the abortion, they celebrated. But guess what? They don't have the same religious views. They don't have the same values as Andrew Wilson. And it has nothing to do with Andrew Wilson. They can seethe all they want. Doesn't affect Andrew Wilson in any way.
Laughing about it. Do you think that they were also just shaming the behavior by setting up a mock pregnancy, i.e., popping balloons?
I didn't even see the stream.
I don't even remember seeing this pop balloon things. I remember them being like, pregnant, and fake pregnancy and stuff, but I don't remember seeing the pop balloons thing. That I might have missed that one though. I don't know.
I don't know what you're referencing.
So you have no idea what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I have no idea what you're referencing.
Okay. Well, I'm referencing Fresh and Fit going on a stream right during that.
You know what would be helpful here? Okay, is if I don't know, Based had the clip of them doing this and showing Andrew Wilson. It's like, you see this is seething, but again, even if he did, Andrew would be like, okay, what does this have to do with me? How is this my seething?
Time where they had different women on the stream with balloons on their stomachs, and they were popping the balloons as if it was the.
I don't have the context to speak to this.
Okay.
Like, how could I ever have the context to speak to this if I haven't seen it?
Well, we'll have to go with your word. You haven't seen it. You haven't seen it.
Yeah. How the fuck would I know anything about it?
Okay. So from what I described, that would just sound like shaming, or there's just not enough context.
Well, bro. If I don't know what you're talking about, if I don't have the context, how can I actually See, that would be grifting.
Well, I get
that would be lying. Well, you gave me.
What context do you not have?
Well, if you're just saying, well, okay, so let's back up. What did they do?
They did a mock, some kind of celebration where the women that were on the show all have balloons on their stomachs. Do you know what I mean? Filled up balloons.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone went around popping them, and they were all laughing. Ha ha ha. Oh, here's the abortion.
I don't understand. What does that have to do with me being a grifter?
We were talking about the idea of shaming abortion.
Yeah, what these guys do on their show have to do with me being a grifter? I don't even understand the correlate here.
Gotcha. Again, this had to do into, is it Christ-like? Is all
again? He's like this smug little cunt here. Is like, he's like, I don't understand his line of thinking at all. Okay, somehow what Fresh and Fit does has to do with Andrew Wilson celebrating abortion and seething and stuff. Like, just because they're seething and everything doesn't mean Andrew Wilson is. So I don't understand that. He's trying to make some chloration. Can't fucking, you know what I'm trying to say. But he's trying to make like some sort of like connection between them and Andrew Wilson, but it just misses. Like, this whole thing just misses. Like, I don't understand this at all. I don't get it. How are you gonna be so dumb, dude? So because Fresh and Fit celebrated and popped some balloons on chicks' stomachs, that somehow is a connection to Andrew Wilson and is a mark on Andrew Wilson. I don't get it. I don't get it.
All shaming the same, because you're putting out
almost nothing
that you were just shaming on whatever podcast. There was no hate involved. It wasn't funny. You were just shaming and happened to be laughing.
No, that wasn't my position. Would you actually try to be good faith like I've been trying to be to you this entire time and actually steel man my real position that I gave you? Can you do that?
Your real position seemed to be that you were simply shaming Daisy, who did lots of bad things, and I do agree it does seem like that.
It sure does.
Is that not your position?
Not only was I shaming her, but I told you that I found it fun to shame this bitch who did these horrible things. It was fun.
I think that proves my point.
What's the point?
All right.
What's the point? Yeah.
Shaming in the biblical sense, I'm pretty sure, is not supposed to be fun.
Oh, so then earlier I was correct when you said, when I said, okay, Base, so your real problem here is not that I shamed him, but just that I enjoyed shaming him.
Well, it's the intention.
Yeah, that's right. So your only problem is that, so if I had been selfish, Andrew, next time you shame a chick, don't enjoy it.
So what do you think the purpose of...
And again, what Fresh and Fit do have anything to do with Andrew Wilson? Like, this just misses completely. Like, okay, let's go with it. Let's say, what they did was, absolutely everything Base described. They popped balloons. They were celebrating shit like that. What does that have to do with Andrew Wilson? Okay, those people Fresh and Fit aren't Christians. They're not even Orthodox Christians. Okay, they don't represent Andrew in any way, except for the mere fact that Andrew's been on their show a couple times. That's all that's like anything that you can connect Andrew Wilson with Fresh and Fit with. So how does them seething have anything to do with Andrew Wilson? I don't understand this.
Shame is Andrew.
Well, generally speaking, it's to move people off of a behavior or to expose behavior so widely that people will move away from doing it in the future because there's some type of social ramification from that. Okay. I would think that mock and ridicule and laughing at them and things like that definitely would be part of that shaming process for sure.
Okay, so but your own example, do you think then that shaming the 18-year-old, OF hoes, whatever they are on that show, do you think that that's doing the objective that you just described? It's moving them away from it?
I don't mostly try to shame them.
What are you trying to do then?
I'm trying to argue with them and argue them out of bad positions.
Okay.
Yeah, the only time that we go down some type of like shame route is when it's reciprocal. When somebody attacks me, I tend to attack back. If somebody has bad energy with me, I tend to have bad energy back. If somebody's good faith with me, I tend to be good faith back. If I think that somebody really has a beef and something objective that they want to say or a bone to pick and they have something useful to say, I enjoy the back and forth. Iron sharpens iron. There's no way that I'm ever going to be worse at what I do because I debate with a person who has a different viewpoint than me. But yeah, and the thing is here's the other thing. Why do you keep saying the 18-year-olds on whatever? Why do you keep saying that? Why are you lying about the 18-year-olds on whatever? Very few actual 18-year-olds are on whatever. Most of the women that I argue with are across the spectrum age-wise, from everywhere from 50 years old to 35 to 37 to 28 to fucking 20. That's the real spectrum. The reason that you say 18 is because you want to some way discredit me. But the thing is like, why? Like, what's the point of that? You clearly know that that's not true, that that's a false narrative. So why do you perpetuate the false narrative?
Well, I don't know that that's not true. The times that I've seen whatever with you on there in parts, seems like 18, 19-year-olds.
Good. So, which episodes were those?
I don't know.
You don't know. Of course you don't.
What were
you just know that they're all.
Episodes?
You know that they're all 18, right? And I don't know how you know that
Did
either.
I say all?
Yeah, you said most.
Okay, are they not mostly?
No, they're not mostly 18.
Girls?
No.
Okay, that you've argued with.
Like that again, it's easily provable. Show every episode or show episodes, all the episodes where they're actually very few 18. Like, you know, roughly like I'd say early 20s to like 30 is the general age range of women. Like the average is 20 to 30. Okay. It's what it generally is. So I don't know, 18-year-olds. And wouldn't you want to argue with 18-year-olds the most actually and try and get them out of the lifestyle they're already in because they're so young, they have so much life ahead of them. So wouldn't you want to actually argue with 18-year-olds? And also, that's not the only people that Andrew Wilson argues with. He argues with everyone. He's argued with Brianna Wu. He's argued with Not So Erudite. He's argued with RC. He's argued with the what's the guy's name? Hold on. No, God damn it. Hold on. Okay, he's argued with Troy Francis. That's his name. Yeah, Troy Francis. He's argued with Laura Chen. So I don't understand. Like again, like Andrew's completely right. The only reason that Based Oracle is trying to promote this narrative of arguing with 18-year-olds is simply due to the fact that to try and discredit Andrew. Like, oh, all he does is argue with 18-year-olds. He doesn't know how to actually debate. That's all that Based is trying to do.
No,
all right.
Not in fact.
What has been the no? You sound like an expert on this. What has been the average age of women that you've argued with?
20s, 30s.
20s to 30s. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So 25. That's been the average age.
I don't know if I would put the number there somewhere between. I don't know, in the 20s, probably 22 to 26, and then in the 30s, probably. I don't know. I couldn't give you the exact average, but most of them are not 18. That I can tell you.
Okay. Next is
no. Hang on. No, next. Let's back up for a second.
What are we backing up to?
I just want to make sure that I clarify this. That when you run around claiming that I'm only out there debating 18-year-old girls, that you're fucking lying, right?
I didn't say only.
No. You did on your yesterday's stream. If you'd like the clip, we'll pull the clip. But what you said specifically, Based, was he's raising money so that he can go out and argue with 18-year-old girls. That's all he does. Why did you say that, Based?
Again, didn't say only.
Based, why are you making those wild-ass accusations and you know that they're not true? Why do you do that?
I didn't make...
The implication is not... although, again, he didn't say only. Okay. Again, Based is trying to differentiate what he actually said with the intention behind of what he said. He's like, I didn't exactly said only 18-year-olds, but your intention and implication is that all he does is argue with 18-year-olds. Okay. That's why you specifically said 18-year-olds. Okay. If you weren't saying that, where it's like all he, if you weren't really trying to say all he does is argue with 18-year-olds, you would have just said, he's raising money to go and argue with women. Okay. Wouldn't be true anyways, but but the fact that you label it specifically 18-year-olds is saying that most of the women he's arguing with are 18-year-olds. That's the implication of what you're trying to say. That's the intentionality of what you're trying to say. But now he's like, well, I didn't actually literally say only, so you can't make that connection. I can make that connection because I'm not an idiot.
Any wild ass.
Yeah. It seems like a wild accusation, just like the wild accusation that I make. Hang on, back up. It's my turn. I just went through the cross-examination. Yeah, I just went through your cross-examination. Why is it that you make the wild accusations about my wife's teeth? Why do you make the wild accusations about hundreds of thousands per year? Why do you make the wild accusations about 18-year-olds? You've made the wild accusation now that when it comes to abortion, I celebrated abortion. You have not shown a single shred of proof for even one of these allegations, Based. Not one.
Moving on.
Yeah, I disagree. So
You disagree?
wild
Can you show me one of the pieces of evidence or proofs that you've shown? Can you show me?
I've explained my positions. You
Like, I love this. It's like, no, I've proven it. How? Proof doesn't mean that you just say something. Okay, you need to have evidence of that. Okay, you got to have gotta have separate evidence, not just your word, or else it's just big. He said. Okay, this is like what the fuck is this? Like, okay, so if a woman goes in the court base and says, based Oracle raped me, he took advantage of me, and he raped me, and blah, 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 blah. That's proof, right? According to you, because she just said it. Okay, because that's all you've done. All your proof is you just saying it. So that's proof based, okay? That, if someone just says it, that's proof. Doesn't make any sense.
You've explained yours, and people can decide whatever they want to, Andrew.
Okay.
Okay, I just want to go back. Let's listen to that again, okay?
I've explained my positions. You've explained and people can decide.
Pieces of evidence or proofs that you've shown? Can you show me?
I've explained my positions. You've explained yours, and people can decide whatever they want to, Andrew.
Okay.
Okay, so I've explained. Base just says this. I've explained my position. You've explained yours. People can decide what they want to from there. All right, that's what he said. Now, I did this yesterday, but let's do it again. All right, let's do it again, shall we? Here are the comments. Okay, here's the comments. You nor mine. I'm right. This was no debate. Shows Base is a fucking grifter, clout chasing, another big win for Andrew. Base here doesn't know the first thing about how to debate. He kept scoring own goals and then giggling as if he accomplished something. It was a series of cognitive dissonance. Sorry, brain reboots that was difficult to watch. Okay. We expected positions and actual disagreements. Base provided zero proofs and just whined about petty shit. Fail, W. Andrew. This kid Oracle got destroyed so badly. FFS. Base is all allegations without proofs. Clear win, W for Andrew. I hope Base is embarrassed at AF for that. He literally threw in the towel, whatever. The inability for this guy who names himself Base Oracle to have any clue into understanding basic logic, understanding, and his concerning lack in critical thinking skills really says a lot about the current state of decline in society. No, seriously, is BO legally retarded or regarded? I think he meant retarded. I don't know how I should feel about this debate. Base is an omegle underage girl pua. Verbal judo is an art as usual. Andrew destroyed some random bozo. Good moderation, by the way. Sarah Bobar is listening to Base drying you up. Never mind, moving on. They did a skit to mock the fake pregnancy and fake abortions. So what? It was damn funny, even more harmless. Okay, Base sounds like an NPC. Is this a joke? Like a weird bit? I think I understand why people get so bent and talk crap about Andrew, because people hate when others are successful or speak truth. Base, no offense, bud. You win some, you lose some, but in this debate, you lost 100. Base is really bad at this. Ha 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 ha. Base has put plug in of petty. I think that means butt plug. Let's see. People can have a religion, do things without being a religious apologist. Religion is a set of rules one lives by, so of course it may bleed into some of his arguments because he's not going to argue without his rules attached. Nobody is without religion, without rules, so I understand any arguments against broad strokes of religion. Makes zero sense. Just an argument from a worse religion is all it is. Is this satire, right? This is satire, right? Like this BO isn't real, and Andrew hired him to poke fun, right? Okay, this is one. Okay, I watched the entire debate. Base Oracle was swinging up at a person that is one of the most consistent people out there. So it's a tough situation for him. Keep working on your craft and consider setting up additional debates between Andrew and someone who debates his positions. Working with someone of Andrew's character will only help you. Good luck. I don't know either of these men. I was just curious about Raging Tomato what a Raging Tomato was. Sounds like my wife once a month. The base dude was out of his league and looks like a jaded ex-girlfriend or someone jealous of a friend being successful. The Andrew guy, I'm going to check out now. He seems to be a good debater. I need to see him again. see him again, equal comp. Base doesn't give the Huck 2 treatment. Doesn't get the Huck 2 treatment, sorry. I can't believe Sarah threw a friendship away over this guy. He looks like a complete psycho by simply asking him to take his hat off. Holy smokes. Okay, so this was a pro, I guess, for Based. Okay, so again, didn't Andrew in that live stream when he was addressing the Dilla Monkey stuff admit to drowning a few bottles of liquor while he was at the convention? I thought that was excessive vodka, if I remember correctly. Guy, no proof. That was hard to watch. Based O was unprepared and didn't quite have the IQ to contend. Poor guy. Based the simp paid Andrew $1,000 for this. Andrew only needs to stop smoking like Ben and Grace. Andrew Wilson keeps a carton of cigarettes in his medicine cabinet as a first kid because his doctor told him. That's funny. I've explained my position. You've explained yours, and people can decide whatever they want. After perusing both Sarah and Bio's conduct, the verdict is overwhelmingly in favor of Andrew. I'll take off that cap so we can all have a laugh at that hairline. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Debating Andrew. Okay, so this was such a disingenuous debate. Andrew was arguing on technology while Base tried to actually argue on common sense. No. Okay. Well, this was 1-4. This whole super chat thing and smoking thing was proof of that. I see that Andrew Wilson fanboys are claiming he destroyed him, though. Okay. So it was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's see. 6, 7, I would say. So this is 7 people that think Andrew Wilson won, and everyone else thinks that Base won. Or sorry, 7 people think that Base won, and 7 think that Base Oracle won. So there we go. That's what we got there. He's like he thinks he's won, but he didn't really. Now I'm just gonna peruse over to his own channel. Okay. And just think how many of his subscribers think he actually won that. Okay. All right. So there's 32 comments. We're going to go through this one too. Okay. So this is Base's own channel. Okay. It is this video is how I destroyed Andrew Wilson without breaking a sweat. Okay. So delusional much. You just sat there quietly with no comebacks whatsoever. Ha ha ha. You didn't. How exactly did you defeat Andrew? That's laughable. All I saw you do was deflect and use gaslighting techniques like a narcissistic teenager. The cope is hilarious. Amazing failure getting even funnier. A real man brings proof and doesn't rely on subterfuge or innuendo. Therein lies the domain of women soy boys. What do you think that makes you, buddy? I don't think he makes them as soy boys even more. Worse. You're up a whole 16 viewers since the debate. Great job. So you're really going to keep this up. I'm taking down Andrew Wilson angle to get views. Why not just make interesting videos? Obvious clout chasing. Good luck. The comedy of this is somehow you think Andrew was so upset about you, a guy who back at the time probably only had 400 followers, that he just could not talk about you, talk about ego. So Andrew is clout chasing you. So while your argument, so this one's so that's 1. Okay, so while your arguments against Andrew are spot on, you are kind of a hypocrite going after him about money when you have a membership level at $500 per month, bro. I was on your side until I saw that. What can you possibly get that is worth $500 per month? This completely derails your entire argument that you're just trying to expose Andrew. You are wanting more subs so you can make more money. I'm still going to count that as a 4 for Andrew or for Based. Okay. You and those deluded 7 members should be very happy together. Except none of what you said happened. Just take the L and move on. I love this notion you think Andrew just couldn't quit you. Like his channel is blowing up. He's on a huge stream with over 4 million viewers twice a week. Yet you're so amazing that he's what? Intimidated by you? It's absolutely hilarious the ego on you. Who else was just happy to listen to debate that was not about Adam and Eve? These virtually haven't existed since 2020. Okay, that doesn't count. Great. Now everyone is going to think you're stupid. Zzz. You didn't know that providing proof was an essential part in debate. Yes, you need evidence if you're going to take a pro position that cleaning yourself is good for your health, or that eating food will sustain you. If that position, no matter how obvious the position you may be to you and I in a debate, you must provide proof that supports your pro position. My 12-year-old even knows this when he participates in debate. While our homeschool co-op group, your performance was embarrassing in no way, shape, or form a win for you. I think I may make my son watch this debate, teach him how massively fail and embarrass yourself when not prepared. Your entire reaction is a massive coat to feed your ego. Instead of reflecting and learning from your mistakes, you made massive L. Except none of what of what you said happened. Just take the L and move on. So I got one pro, one pro based. So based, you only got one person on your comment section. Now, I obviously didn't go into the replies and everything, but but you got one pro, and then you got maybe 7 pros on Raging Tomato. So altogether, you got 8 pros that say you did well, and then everyone else said that you failed. So I would say that your comment here, I've provided. Let's go back to what you said here.
So I've explained my position. You've explained yours, and people can decide whatever they want to.
So the people have decided based. You lost. You look like an idiot. There you go.
Okay.
So with that said, you made the wild accusation that I'm a backbiter because you disagreed with my points.
No, you're a backbiter because you said in your DMs that you really look up to me and you really look up to my wife and you think we're doing great work and you think we're great people. And then I believe that was the second. Now, don't quote the dates, but I'll pull up the DMs here in a second if I need to. But it was only within 2 weeks that you had suddenly had this massive change of heart and you were talking shit. And so, of course, a guy who comes in and kisses my ass and sucks up to me like you did, and you did kiss my ass, and it was like over the top, the ass kissing too. Oh, you're one of the best I've seen. It's one of my dreams to debate with you. It's one of my dreams to do this. You were a big time ball washer. And then what happened is, right? You decided, fuck that Andrew guy. I think I can get a little bit more in the way of clout and clicks by joining team. Hang on, let me finish my point. By joining team, I hate Andrew. Okay,
so you think that's what it is?
Let me finish, bro. Let me finish my point. So you kind of join this little counter industry, and that's fine. There's always going to be a counter industry for a streamer that's at my profile. I understand that you're going to be a part of that. But the thing is, Base is like, yeah, you were a fucking ball washer, bro. And you need to admit that you were a ball washer, that you were kissing my ass. And then he flipped. He did total 180 because I couldn't get back to you in time. That's it. That's the whole thing.
So with that said,
now, Andrew hasn't provided any proof of this at all. Okay. But Base is also not denying this. So we'll have to go with this actually happened. But Andrew is saying that, yeah, you came into my DMs. You gave me oh, you're awesome. I support you, blah, blah, blah. And then 2 weeks later, he was on the I hate Andrew train. I would say that's backbiting. Well, let's look at the text.
Said Andrew. No, explain to me why disagreeing with points that you have made specifically, right? Doing a stream, reviewing one of your videos, that you didn't just approach to argue your points or to tell me where I was wrong.
I did. You threw me off the stream.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, I came in the stream. I was ready to argue. You threw me off the stream.
Okay, did you come in good faith?
Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't come in and say, you fucking idiots.
That's still in good faith. What's wrong with that?
Well, it's throwing ad hominem right off.
That's not an ad hom.
Explain.
Prove. Yeah, I'll prove it. Do you know what an ad hominem is?
It's an attack.
Nope, it's not an attack.
No, it's not an attack.
And that's why I think you're stupid, because you don't know what these things are. You don't even know the basic.
Let's hear the definition for ad hominem.
So, yeah, so an ad hominem is when you're not addressing any arguments and only attacking the person.
Okay.
So I addressed this yesterday in my previous video, but since I got a few more viewers this time around, we're just going to go back again and do this again. Okay. So Andrew's going to do a decent definition of this, but this is a quick Google search. All right. Ad hom is a type of argument or attack that appeals to prejudice or feelings or irrelevant impugns another character instead of addressing the facts or claims made by the latter. It's considered as fallacy. It's an attempt to discredit someone's argument by personally attacking them rather than discussing the argument itself. So if you discuss the argument and then or you call someone an idiot and then discuss the argument, it's not an ad hom. It's just them throwing an insult.
If I say, for instance, so if I say, for instance, Based Oracle is so fucking stupid he didn't know what an ad hom was, that's not an ad hominem.
And can you tell us what an ad hominem is?
I just did. I literally just did.
That was the full definition?
Yeah, I mean, it's as close as you need to the full definition, sure.
Okay, mine is attacking the opponent personally rather than the argument.
Right, so if you attack the argument
and attacking me personally, calling me a fucking idiot.
I attacked your argument and called you a fucking idiot.
Well, how is it attacking an argument by calling somebody a fucking idiot? How
because
does that address an argument?
I'll explain it to you. I'll explain it to you.
What was the argument, Andrew? What was the argument that you were attacking?
Yeah, so I'll explain it to you, okay? One more time. If I say, Based Oracle is so fucking stupid he didn't know what an ad hominem was, that's not an ad hominem. That's not an attack.
Okay, but that if did not happen, Andrew. So I'm asking you, when you hopped in my live stream, what was the argument that you called me a fucking idiot when you first hopped in?
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember?
Yeah.
But then how do you remember that it's not an ad hominem?
Because I remember that what happened when I did come in and called you a fucking idiot was I was trying to address your argument and then you threw me off.
Right, so that's how you address arguments, by calling people names, making personal attacks.
I only will include.
And do you remember what happened after that, Andrew?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I ended up muting you because you couldn't stop spurging.
That wasn't spurging. That was just me talking.
You were spurging.
That was just me talking.
You know, this is apparently your own stream. This is your own stream, apparently. Okay. Apparently, this is your own stream based. Why don't you show a clip of him spurging? Okay, let's see the clip. Show video of him spurging.
You just lost
you were talking at regular volume. You weren't calling me names. You were addressing arguments.
You kept muting me. I had no choice but to raise my voice.
Yes, no, actually, you did have a choice. You came on my platform to come and spurg out.
You were talking
you got
shit.
muted.
So wait a second. So let me get this right. Your initial criticism is Andrew, I can't believe that instead of coming and taking it up with me directly, which you tried to do, you came on and you took it up with me directly, and then I threw you off.
No.
That's your actual. That's your actual.
No, it wasn't bad faith. No, you came in slinging.
You know what? What does bad faith mean? What does it mean?
It means with deceptive intentions. No.
What does it mean?
Well, I just told you.
That's what bad faith means?
That's what it means to me.
Deceptive intentions. So if I call you a fucking idiot and I believe it, then that means I don't have deceptive intentions, right?
Well, I suppose if you do not, but I know that you know that.
So wait a second. So Base, just to get this right, if I call you a fucking idiot and I'm not trying to deceive you, I really think you're a fucking idiot. That's not bad faith, right, Base?
It's ad hominem. Doesn't necessarily mean it's bad faith.
But you said I was bad faith.
Well,
you said that was in bad faith. I literally think I'm going to tell you, Base, I'm going to tell you the truth, and this is what I honestly believe.
Like, it wasn't bad faith. You said deceptive, and you just agreed with Andrew that if he calls you a fucking idiot and believes it, that's not deceptive. He actually believes you're a fucking idiot. What the fuck is this?
I honestly think you're fucking stupid. That's not being bad faith. That's me being completely rigorously.
You don't think I'm stupid. There's another lie for Andrew. Was that the 12th?
I think you're very fucking stupid.
No, you don't.
Yeah, no, Base, I really do.
So let's get back to the
Base, I really do.
No. I know that you really don't. I get it, Andrew. With that, getting back to the actual argument. So you don't know what your argument was, but you came in calling names, and you somehow are going to convince everyone that was in good faith, simply because I muted you when you couldn't shut the fuck up. When you didn't know where you were.
Yeah, you claimed
because you weren't on your platform. You were on my platform.
Bro, you claimed
I unmuted you so that we could proceed in good faith.
Yeah,
not in dirty debating tactics,
that's
including ad hominem, Andrew.
Yeah, this is a debate tactic. This is a debate tactic. Your actual definition of bad faith was deceptive practices. So if I came in, I've just told you that I actually believe you're fucking stupid.
Actually, that's not what I said, Andrew. Well, you're misrepresenting.
Okay,
did I say bad practices?
Deceptive.
Did I say deceptive practices?
Yeah.
I thought I said deceptive intentions.
Okay, just same thing.
No, it's not the same thing.
Okay, what's the semantic distinction?
How is practice the same as intention?
Well,
really, you're going to play this word game here and now?
Well, I mean,
I'm the idiot, and you don't know the difference between practice and intentions.
What's the semantic
No, hold on. Andrew doesn't know the difference between the word practice and intentions.
The way that you're using them, I don't.
Would be an action, Andrew.
Okay, and then what's the intention? Is that not an action?
Well, the intention would be your thought process.
So, I'm sorry, thinking's not an action?
Thinking is an action?
Okay. Now, this is where Andrew, take a L. So, we're going to have to slow this down so you can actually hear it, because this is actually a question, and I had to actually do it at normal speed to get that it was an act.
Just got blown. Thinking's not an action?
Thinking is an action?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, Andrew has an L here. He does have an L here. That was actually a question by Base Oracle. He's like, thinking is an action? And, Andrew, a little emotional because he's had to deal with this the entire time. Or maybe just exhausted from having brain numb because this guy's so goddamn dumb. He misses that was a question, and does a little spurging here.
You just got blown out, you fucking idiot. That's why I think
so.
you're
A question to you is getting blown out. Who do you think that worked on here?
You just answered. Here's what
Who do
you
you
just
think
said.
that actually
You just said that. You just said there is a semantic distinction. And,
and you're saying intentions are
actions. Bro, it's my turn. You said one is an action and the other one is not. And then when I had you clarify, you said both of them were actions.
No, I did not say that.
Oh, okay.
I literally asked you, but you jumped your gun, right? You released your load a little too quick, Andrew.
I did.
Because I simply asked you. I said it is, and then you preemptively said, "Oh, look, I won." You don't know the difference either between a question and a statement. I say.
You said it.
That's amazing.
No, see, Base did have a W there, and Andrew did take an L, and then Base is a fucking idiot. Okay, let's listen to what he said again.
We said, "Oh, look, I won." You don't know the difference either between a question.
See, what happened there is Andrew missed that it was a question. All right, he didn't hear the questioning tone at the end of it. Okay, and he jumped the gun. He did jump the gun. But that doesn't mean he doesn't understand the difference. So let's go back to what Base said here.
I said it is, and then you preemptively said, "Oh, look, I won." You don't know the difference either between a question and a statement. I say.
So he's now claiming Andrew doesn't know what the difference between a statement and a question is. No, Andrew just jumped the gun, didn't hear the questioning part, and since you've been lying most of the debate, he's just gonna assume that currently you're lying. That's what's happening here. All right, you've lied most of the debate, so you don't have any credibility here. So Andrew didn't hear the questioning tone. He didn't hear it. I'm just that's what I'm gonna give. He took an L there by jumping the gun and not actually hearing the questioning part, because that was a question. But the thing is he didn't hear the questioning part. And now you're trying to claim that you're making a question, but you've been lying this entire show, Base, that now Andrew doesn't you don't have any credibility with Andrew, that he doesn't believe that this was a question. All right. He just assumes that he heard right. It actually was a statement. That's what's going on here.
You said it.
That's amazing.
You said it.
And you the ultimate debater?
Yeah, you just got wrecked. It was easy.
Well, I guess if you say so, Andrew, I
do say so.
Well,
you should go back and review it. It was really bad.
Andrew's right. You got wrecked. Like, you got one small W here, and then you lost it by trying to make like, oh, you don't know the difference between a question and a statement? No, he just didn't hear the questioning part. And now he doesn't believe that you're actually making a question. He's just assuming, per usual, you're just lying.
It was really bad. You said that there's a semantic distinction, and then when asked, you said that there isn't one. That's really bad to perform.
No, I actually didn't say that. So here you are lying because I asked
it wasn't a lie.
And you're
no, again, it's not a lie. He just didn't hear the questioning part, and he doesn't believe what you're saying.
saying that's a statement.
Not a lie.
So I guess this is the depths of Andrew's manipulation. That when I don't like your question, I will then repose it as you made a statement. Because clearly I did not make a statement. I posed a question.
When there's an entailment, and I'm gonna give you this one for free. When there's an entailment of your logic, when there's an entailment of your logic, okay, which means if I ask you, okay, for instance, do you wear a shirt, right? And you say, yes, I do wear a shirt, right? And I say, okay, do you pull it over your head? And you say, yeah. And I say, well, then I don't really understand the distinction of you pull it over your head and I'm wearing it. It seems like it's the same thing. The semantic distinction, what is it? And you say, well, it's the same thing. Then there's no semantic distinction here. I don't understand what it is. This is your worldview being criticized. There's an entailment there, and you don't really know what that means. What an entailment is.
I don't.
You don't.
Okay.
And that's why I think you're fucking stupid.
I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah. Okay. But I've always thought that, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not going to be a jerk. I'm just saying, I've always thought that.
I don't believe you.
I know that you don't want to, but I've always thought so.
Well, I actually don't care whether or not you think I'm stupid or not. I just don't believe that you believe that statement. But you can say it's a placate to your audience. I wrecked him. I got caught in several lies, but I
never got caught in one. You never showed proof for anything. You have still not shown single shred of evidence.
When you back down off your word, right? And
which is what?
Well, for instance, I am not out here promoting Christianity. Well, I guess I am technically.
Oh, you mean tangentially? Yeah, I don't know how that proves I'm a grifter. I don't get that. Can you explain how that makes me a grifter? I've asked you that like 15 times.
I laid it out several times.
Yeah, laid it out again.
Represent to your audience, not exclusively your audience, but anyone who watches you, whether or not they're considered your community. But when you lay out a foundation, even if it is covert, even if you do go on and say, well, no, I'm just an entertainer. I'm not promoting Christianity. Yet.
Again, misrepresenting his views. All right. It wasn't a covert thing. He's just saying, like, now that I think about it, I guess technically, I guess just being the fact that I'm a Christian man, that I'm, as a side effect of just making good arguments, I guess I am promoting Christianity in a very small side effect, like first, 1% maybe type situation. And now Base is saying, well, see, you back down and you were lying this entire time. You actually do promote Christianity. He's like, no, he's just admitting that the side effect of just being a Christian individual and making arguments, I guess, promotes Christianity. Okay. In a very small tangential sense. It's not a back down. Everything Andrew has said was true in regards to that. So dumb.
You also give them the perception that they're going to be fighting back against degeneracy by promoting you, by sending you in money, time, attention.
I mean, they do. Like he does fight against degeneracy. He goes on various platforms. He argues with degenerates all the time, and he ends up wrecking them. So they are fighting back against degeneracy by supporting him.
And that right there, therein lies the grift.
What's
it is the distinction between reality and the perception that you give off to the onlookers.
I don't understand though where the grift portion comes in. First of all, let's see if we can establish what is a grift from your perspective. What is grifting?
So the definition of grifting, what it means. Okay, so I suppose we should have set this from the beginning, but used to describe someone who engages in petty or small-scale swindling or deceit. Grifters typically employ tricks, frauds, or confidence games to exploit others, often persuading their victims to part with their money or property under false pretenses. And lastly, the essence of a grifter's operation lies in their ability to manipulate and deceive using charm, persuasion, or outright lies to achieve their ends.
Okay, well, let me ask you a question then. If you think that me tangentially being a Christian means that I'm grifting because you think that I'm misrepresenting myself, is that correct?
Wait, say that again?
Are you saying that I'm misrepresenting myself and that's what the grift is?
No, I'm saying that you're misrepresenting to your audience what they are getting out of you.
Okay, got it. And what do you think one of those things are? That what is the thing that I'm misrepresenting?
So you want to beat a dead horse?
Yeah, I'm still confused about the point. I'm not gonna lie.
So you're misrepresenting.
I'm confused too, and I've watched this several times, and I don't understand his point. I'm confused too.
In terms that when the time makes sense for you, when the situation makes sense, you will promote yourself. You will say the things to make others believe that you are here doing God's work, in a sense, that you are promoting Eastern Orthodoxy Christianity, not just to your audience, but in terms of what I think is described as Christian nationalism.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the other end, things that we already talked about, where the rubber meets the road, for instance, the other side, which is anytime you're pressed on specific points, it seems to fall back on you pushing away the idea that you're promoting Christianity and moving to the idea that you're just an entertainer.
Okay, I think I got it. It's kind of long-winded, but I think I got it. So let me just make sure I get this correct. Would you say, and do you promote to your audience that you're honest?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, I do my best to be as honest as possible.
No, I mean, but you don't promote to your audience that you're honest?
Well, if my audience asks who I am, what I tell them is I'm a piece of shit.
I agree with your audience. Or I mean, I agree with what you say your audience anyway.
So he just admitted he's a piece of shit. Okay. He says, I tell my audience I am a piece of shit. Okay. All right. So you're a piece of shit. So why should we give you any credit whatsoever? You're a piece of shit.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, you don't promote yourself as being honest. So there's no reason I should trust anything you say because you, by your own admission, aren't honest and you're a piece of shit.
Well, because I think it's about the message, Andrew.
And what?
But if the message is dishonest, okay, then why should we give a shit? Like, you just admitted you're not an honest individual. So everything you said, because you didn't provide any fucking proof, the message you just gave that Andrew is a liar and a grifter is a lie, just by your own admission.
What's your message?
Well, the message is the idea that we can better ourselves.
But if you're a dishonest person,
and what
that's your message, that you can better yourself?
Yeah, well, I mean, it goes further than that, but that's the predominant one.
I don't. So you don't even. So here's the thing, right? If you're saying to me, Andrew, I think that you misrepresent yourself. Your audience is so stupid they don't understand that you're actually misrepresenting yourself and this and that. Why would they ever take your word for it if you're not an honest person, basically?
Well, nobody needs to take my word for anything.
So let me ask you a question.
Okay.
I shouldn't believe you because
no one needs to take my word for anything. You're right. That's why you lost, Base, because everything you said was just your word. Okay. Everything you said was just your word, and you just lost the debate. This entire 2 hours and 2 minutes, you just ended up losing because you just admitted I'm a fucking liar. Okay. I am a dishonest individual. You should not believe anything out of my goddamn mouth. So now everything you said, because you have no proof, you didn't provide any proof. Okay. It was just your word. This entire debate has been solely your word. You just admitted that you're dishonest and you're a liar. So we shouldn't believe you. So we don't believe you. There you go.
because by your own admission, you don't consider yourself to be honest, right? Then should we assume that you're lying about everything you said tonight?
You can assume whatever you want. Andrew.
Should we? If somebody comes to you and says,
I don't know. That's a personal decision.
If somebody comes to you and tells you that they're not honest, should you believe them?
If somebody comes to me and says that they are not honest,
yeah, should you believe them?
Oh, I think it depends on context. But
I mean, should we believe you when you say that you're not honest?
Well, here's the thing. I believe somebody more who comes to me and says they're honest than somebody who promotes the idea that they never lie.
Gentlemen,
I don't believe them.
So great. But I got to ask again, if somebody comes to you and says, I'm a dishonest piece of shit, which is what you just said. You just said,
I did not say that.
Well, it's an entailment. I know you don't like that word, but it's an entailment. There's an entailment of when I ask, do you tell your audience you're honest? You say no.
For those that don't know, entailment is a logical conclusion, basically. So the logical conclusion is I'm a piece of shit and I'm dishonest. So I'm a dishonest piece of shit.
No, that means you're dishonest. That's the entailment. It can't be
because I don't say something means that I'm dishonest.
No, if you don't say that you're honest, it means you're dishonest.
So do you tell your audience that you're honest?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you do?
Yeah. I think I'm honest.
When's the last time you told your audience that you were honest?
I'll tell them right now. I think I'm honest.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'm an honest
And that
guy.
makes you honest by saying that you're honest.
I mean, I'm not at least saying that I'm not.
Well, okay. Just by saying you're honest doesn't make you honest, but it would lead people to at least believe that what you're saying is something you actually believe. Okay, what you're saying, what you view is true, and unless you have evidence to back that up, you can't really argue against it. All right, but if someone says that they're dishonest, okay, maybe they're being honest there, but then if they're dishonest and they're honest there, we shouldn't believe anything that comes out of their mouths because they're admitting that they're dishonest. You are lying. Okay, you're just a liar. You're admitting that you're a liar. You are dishonest.
But let's assume for a second that all of them disagreed and they thought, you're a fucking piece of shit lying scumbag. Fair enough. But my question to you still remains, would you ever believe anybody who came to you and said, I'm not honest and I'm a piece of shit? Would you ever believe a word that they said?
Didn't I already answer this question?
I would like you to answer it directly. Yes or no?
Guys.
Yeah, so I already answered it.
Yeah, please answer it again. If you
I think that somebody who has the forthrightness to say that they are not honest, at least is being honest about saying that. Whereas somebody who is coming around saying...
You're right. I think if someone's saying, I am dishonest, they are at least being honest about saying that they're not honest. But here's the thing. If you're saying you're dishonest, okay, and we believe that you're dishonest, then everything you say, aside from I am dishonest, means we shouldn't believe anything that comes out of your mouth. So that your whole proof and everything means we shouldn't believe what you said, Oracle. Okay? We shouldn't believe anything you say, all right? Your entire argument trying to claim Andrew Wilson's a grifter, a liar, blah, 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 blah. We shouldn't believe it based on your own, based on what you said, that you're a dishonest person. So this whole debate that you've tried to outline means you're a liar. So you just lied this entire debate. There you go.
Like you just now to your audience, I'm honest.
Yeah, I think I'm honest.
To me, that's deceptive.
So then everybody's a liar? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I do think most people are liars, yeah.
Including you? Including you, right? Oh, it's so fun to do this. So I just want to make sure I got this right. You're a dishonest piece of shit. Nobody should believe you. Got it. Did we freeze up? I think we froze up.
We're all still operable. Gentlemen, we have about 5 minutes left till we...
So I just want to go back to that. All right, let's go back to that. Let's go
so I just want to make sure I got this right. You're a dishonest piece of shit. Nobody should believe you. Got it.
And there's no argument. This is when Base realized I lost. I'm a dumbass. I'm a fucking idiot. This is where Base realized this. Because he just admitted he's a piece of shit liar. So that means that everything prior to this happening, and everything going forward means we shouldn't believe him because he's a liar.
Did we freeze up? I think we froze up.
We're all still operable. Gentlemen, we have about 5 minutes left till we hit that 2-hour mark. We can go ahead and wrap things up and do closing statements. Or if you feel like you have more to get out, we can continue to do so as well. It's totally between the two of you. I don't mind either way.
Yeah, I'm good to wrap up.
Yeah, I'm good to wrap up. I lost.
Andrew?
No, yeah, I'd like to complete the debate. The last 5 minutes. I'm not ready to wrap. Yeah, I'm not ready to wrap up yet.
Yeah, I would like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I would like to get back into this idea. So the thing is again. So this is me once again being maximum charitable. I'm sure you'll cope on your stream later. It wasn't charitable, but this is again being maximum charitable. You realize that when we're talking in the comments, right? When a person's the comments, meaning
I don't know what that means.
Okay, so you could say that legalese has its own terminology, which means different things than the philosophical version of the word, and that has a different meaning than the common use of the word. So when I just say the commons, I'm saying outside of like specific medical terminology for the word, legal terminology for the word, or philosophical terminology for the word, this is the way that the word is commonly used. That's what that means. Does that make sense?
Okay, so by society, when you say commonly
Yeah,
used?
yeah, that would be a fine way to say it.
Okay,
Right?
but to understand correctly, I mean, that could vary from place to place, correct?
Yeah, I would agree so.
So New York could be different than Texas, but nonetheless, your interpretation of common usage of the word. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think, for instance, there's going to be too much deviation in what cool means if we're using it in the it's not cold outside, but hey, that thing is cool. I think that people in Texas and people in New York use it basically the same way. You would agree, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
That word.
Yeah.
There's other words that probably.
I agree with that too, but I'm just clarifying so that you understand what in the commons means. When somebody's saying in the commons, is that guy a liar? I don't think that they're actually saying something like, does that guy ever tell a white lie, right? Does he ever say that, his wife doesn't look fat in that dress? Or is he saying that, does he compliment people maybe out of turn where it's dishonest a little bit or something like this, so he doesn't create waves? I don't think that that's what they mean when they say liar. I think what they mean when they say that word specifically is that person's not to be trusted, right? That person's not to be trusted. And I think you would agree that that's probably what most people in the commons think. So I'm going to maximum charitable again. I'm going to throw it back to you, Base. Knowing that in the commons is how that's used. Should people trust you?
People should not trust me any more than you.
Okay. All right.
So again, everything that Base Oracle has said up to this point, it should not be believed. So every claim he made should not be believed. Okay, he's got nothing. He just realized, he's so dumb. He just lost his entire debate by admitting that he's dishonest. No one should believe him. So so Andrew says he's honest. Okay, so, and I don't think when Andrew says I think I'm an honest person, I don't think he means he never lies ever. He's perfect 100%. I think what he means is the bulk of what I say is fairly, honest and truthful. Okay, maybe I'll tell a white lie to like people close to me to make them feel good and shit like that. But I think the bulk of what I say is honest. Okay, that's what Andrew is saying when he says, "Yeah, I'm honest." And when when Base says I'm dishonest, meaning I'm a fucking liar. I'm a piece of shit liar. You shouldn't believe anything that comes out of my mouth. It's what they're saying. Okay, and oh my god.
Would we like to begin with our closing?
Yeah, I'm fine with that now. Yeah.
Okay. Andrew, you have the first. If you'd like to go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, the theme of the whole debate, I could have really been a dick and just said, well, there's no proof, so who gives a shit? But instead, I still wanted to engage. I actually did want to know what these like kind of vast, overwhelming criticisms were. There just really weren't any. It was kind of more along the lines of, well, there's some things you said. I didn't like your tone. You laughed at a girl, and it seemed like you took joy in tearing down the fact that she murdered a fucking child, blackmailed a guy. You had fun when you did that, and so that's what makes it bad. He couldn't show any proof of any of his claims. He made a claim that I make hundreds of thousands of dollars per year. He never showed a single piece of proof for that ever. He just said it's all public information. Couldn't show you where the public information was. Couldn't show you any of it.
Let me. Never mind.
Made the claim about my wife's teeth. Could never prove any of that. In fact, every single claim that was brought up, he never showed a single piece of proof. And here's the thing. Remember, let's go all the way back to my intro. What did I say? And I'm going to read it for you right this second. What I said was that here. I'm sorry. Let me back up just for a second. I just want to make sure I get this right. He will instead try to question me as though it's my job to give him his proof. It's pretty funny how this always works. I said, so people that understand my position is that boring orator over here is just going to be a run-of-the-mill seething idiot. And like most haters will come to the table today with no proof of any of their claims. And guess what? No proof, zero proof, not a single shred, not a clip, nothing. You know what is funny is that still in the spirit of good faith, I brought proof. I brought proof of my claims. I brought clips, right? I brought quotes. I brought everything. I brought real significant proof that this guy has lied tons of times publicly about me. And then I even got him to admit that you shouldn't trust him because he says you shouldn't trust him. He says he's dishonest. He says he's a liar. He says that even in the comments, I gave him like the best way out. I said, I can just give you a common definition, which can encompass white lies. And I don't think that that's what people mean when they say liar. I gave him like this big olive branch to pull him out of that. And he still said, no, people shouldn't trust me. That's fucking insane. It's insane. And this guy's seething at me. Now you all see how insane it is. He sees, make video after video after video. And the reason he sees and makes video after video is because he wakes up wild conjecture in his brain. And he can't prove any of it. He can never fucking prove it. And I've been sitting here waiting for the proof. I've asked him for the proof. I wouldn't let him move on until he gave me the proof. And he can never give me any proof. Right? So here's the thing, Base. You got your debate. You got wrecked, but you knew that was going to happen. So the thing is like, how about in the future, you just don't make these fucking ridiculous claims and you won't look so fucking stupid. It's not that hard. Just don't make stupid
or if
claims.
You're going to make claims, have it backed up and ready to prove.
I've never done anything to you, ever. Never done anything bad to you, ever, even one time. You've become one of these seething, maggot, ankle-biting haters. Just stop. Just stop doing it. It's a bad look. And with that, I'll yield the rest of my time.
Thank you, Andrew. Base to you.
Cool. So here's my final statement. I've asserted on many occasions that the more power one has, in particular where it comes to power of influence, the more responsible for that power one is. The failings of us as a society to hold accountable those whom abuse their power has resulted in the Wild West spirit of politicians, whom for the most part should be locked away for the many crimes that they have committed upon we the people, yet are rewarded with money and detention. At a lower level than politicians, yet still relevant, is the social media influencers, which have their effects on society and culture as we see today. We have a generation of lost men and women desperately looking for leadership, love, and attention. As Brian from Whatever would unironically say, we need to do better. And that's it.
What does that have to do with the debate at all? Like, none of that had to do with the debate. Oh, we need to do better. Yeah, you're right. And, people are, maybe men are seeking leadership and whatnot. And guess what? They should probably follow Andrew and not you, Base, because you just admitted you're a dishonest piece of shit.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen. And if we could entertain...
All right, that's it. I'm not going to go listen to the questions or the comments and stuff. You can go look at the video. But the dude's pretty much silent the entire time. I think he realized he fucked up. Now, he made a video saying how I defeated Andrew Wilson. And I think, in all honesty, it's just a cope. It's just 100% cope at that point. Like, there's no way that you can actually think you defeated Andrew Wilson with your crap. Okay? So, there we go. Dude, that was terrible. It's terrible, and it's very clear that this guy's dumb. He just doesn't like Andrew Wilson, and okay. That's all. It was kind of ridiculous at this point. So, but there you go. What do you think? Do you think Based really proved his arguments? Do you think Based was did he defeat the great Andrew Wilson? Is that what you think? Do you think that's what happened? Or do you think that this dude got wrecked and eventually realized he was getting wrecked and decided to so I mean, like it's very clear that Andrew Wilson was the winner here, and all we got from Based was I don't like what you said. That's about it. That's all we got from Based. So, but that's up to you. You watched me, you see my reactions, you see my responses. So I guess at this point, it's up to you what you believe. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you'll go and give it a like, give it a follow. And yeah, I hope you all have a good day. Peace out, and I will see you later. Peace.